is it?
Chitara? The Thundercats?
I don't know any Chitara, the Thundercats.
Candygram from Mumra?
Oh my gosh, a Candygram! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You better be careful next time you open your door. It might just be a Landshark. Hey, what's up? This is Gary from Raz Rentals, and today I'm looking at the brand new Masters of the Universe Origins Landshark. I had pre-ordered this from Big Bad Toy Store, and it's finally here now, and you know, this thing looks awesome. I'm going to compare this thing to the old one, but right off the bat, I can tell you this. You know, maybe it's playing a trick on my eye or what, but this thing definitely looks a lot bigger than the original one. And, you know, it comes in this awesome packaging. Let me look at this thing. This is gigantic. It's huge. And, you know, if you want to look at it next to a regular carded figure, it's this big. So, it's pretty big. And, you know, right on top here, you got a very nice picture of Skeletor riding the Landshark, coming off of Snake Mountain in the background, which is awesome. Down here, you got a picture of Trapjaw and Clawful, some cool dragon. And then what I think is really neat is on the bottom here, you have this illustration of these demons. And these little demons appeared in the Masks of Power comic. Now, I said, I don't know if they've been in many others. I just know specifically that they do show up in this. And this is one of my favorite mini comics just because this is the only one I really remember from when I was a kid. When I saw these, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely remember this. I don't know if I had it or if somebody else had it, but basically, you have all these little demons, and two of them put on these Masks of Power and become these bigger guys. Now, we've never ever seen action figures of these guys in any of the He-Man lines, so I think it would be great if, you know, Origins eventually did that. Come on, give us these guys. It'd be awesome. On the back here, you have a very nice picture up top. You know, you got Fisto and Man-at-Arms fighting Skeletor, riding the Landshark, followed by Triclops and Stinkor. You know, it just looks awesome. I love all the artwork on the backs of these new Masters of the Universe Origins figures. They all look so awesome. And then down here at the bottom, you got a picture of Castle Grayskull. And you mostly just have, let's see, you have the Battle Armor guys. You have these two new deluxe figures, Clampchamp and Ram Man, which are showing up in stores now. And you just have Wave 3, She-Ra, Roboto, Merman, and Zodak. Oh, and Panther. And Battlecat, shouldn't forget them. Okay, so as I'm opening this thing up, first of all, I want to say that you can hear like something moving around inside of it. I don't know what that is. Let's find out together. And, oh no, what was that? So, inside, you just have the Landshark, and the thing that was moving around was just a piece of the other side, the treads on the other side. Okay, I mean, this should be pretty simple here, right? Let's see. Ba-ding, ba-doom. I don't use scissors, I use a X-Acto knives. I don't know why. Sometimes you cut your fingers, but other times they work pretty good. This gun here is, that one's stuck to the side there. And this is just kind of stuck in here. Oh, I didn't even have to cut that. There you go. Some assembly required here, but I mean, come on. You can't get much easier than this. Just popping these pieces in here. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know how to do it. Why aren't you going in? And then you just get the other gun on there. Bam. So here it is, the brand new 2021 Landshark, completely assembled, and it looks awesome. I mean, look at it. It looks pretty cool. You know, the Landshark is one of my favorite vehicles from the original Masters of the Universe toy line. I always just thought it looked cool. It always looked neat to have like your villain drive around in it, eating the good guys. And, you know, sometimes they show pictures of He-Man riding this thing, but I always took this as just a villain vehicle, because it doesn't look like the good guys would ever use this thing. And I also think that the Landshark was a great vehicle because to me, it doesn't look necessarily Masters of the Universe. It seems like it could be a vehicle that you could kind of cross over into other toy lines. So if you wanted to, like, because it's animal based, you know, you could have like your Thundercats riding it, or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles could have it, or you know, you could even put your little battle beasts inside of it and pretend that it's like some kind of giant vehicle for them. Like it offered a lot of possibilities. It was a great toy back then, and this one looks like a great toy now. It's very cool looking. The details on this are very nice, and I am going to compare this with the original one to see what they changed, what they kept, and everything. Off the bat, I can say this: the teeth look a lot nicer than the original one. My original one have become kind of slimy, or, you know, gunky. They kind of, you know, they start to pull hair onto them because they're so sticky and stuff like that. But these look awesome. These look like a harder kind of rubber, and it just looks very nice. And one thing I'm going to check too is that this thing does look a lot bigger than the original, and so you could fit probably your original Masters of the Universe toys in this, your Masters of the Universe Origins toys. And I also saw somebody ask if you could fix the or fit the Masters of the Universe Classics toys in it. So let's take a look. All right, so I've been trying to get this guy in here, and it's kind of hard because the legs on these guys, they do not bend very much past this point. Like the loincloth starts to block the leg from moving up any further. So, I mean, you can get him in here, but I haven't been able to get him to a point where his butt is actually sitting on the chair. Maybe I just, let's see. You try to maybe like, oh, I don't know. I don't know how you could do it. I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, if you look at it from the side and from the front, it looks like he's fine in there, I guess. But yeah, I can't get his butt to touch the bottom, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe I'm just doing this wrong. If you know a good way to put him in here and I'm just not doing it correctly, let me know. This is like as far down as I can get him, and he's still like hovering a 1/4 inch above the seat. So despite having all this extra articulation, it still is like hard to get him to sit completely flat in there and also reach these handlebars in the front here. And if you're grabbing the one side, you're not going to be able to grab it with the other because you kind of have to turn him a little bit to reach it because of the inability of him being able to sit flat on his butt. You know, he's always kind of slanted a bit here. I mean, despite that, like, I don't know. It's weird sometimes with these things when you can't get them to sit in it the right way or sit flat on their butt and all that kind of stuff. But in general, if you just like look at him sitting in it, I mean, it looks awesome. So I don't know what to tell you about that. It's a little bit of a bummer, but I don't know. I'm not a kid, so I'm not really going to be playing with these or anything like that. I'm just going to set this thing up on my shelf, and just kind of look at it and admire how awesome it looks. The chomping works great though. Help me! And if you were curious if this would actually seat one of the Masters of the Universe Classics figures, no way, no chance here. It's still way too small. And now we get to talk about one of my favorite things of any toy review, the long comparison here of the original 1985 Land Shark and the brand new 2021 Land Shark. First, right off the bat, you can see here that this new one is gigantic next to this one. Well, I mean, it's not gigantic, but it's definitely a lot bigger, right? I mean, look at it. Put that back there. It's not as tall, and the new one is a lot longer. It's kind of hard to make the perspective look correct here, but you get the idea. One thing I will say is that, you kind of got a mix of things happening here, right? First of all, I really like how the new guns have these cool little shark heads on them. Like the fronts of them are now shark inspired, you know? It looks like it has even more of that cool animal motif. This one, you have the regular gun, and you just have these regular little blasters on the front, and they still look awesome. I'm not going to knock that. They still look great. But I kind of do prefer this because it looks more like a weapon that would be on this Landshark vehicle. However, I like the color on this a lot more. You know, this shiny silver or gray makes it look more like a gun than this does. This just looks like, this kind of gray just looks like plastic. It doesn't look like a gun or anything like that. Let's see here. Down here you have an extra fin underneath these little vents. Under here you don't. You just have the 3 vents, and you have this long like line right here. Now there is a little. I think that's just. I don't think that is supposed to be any. That's just for the tab that's inside of there. I guess if you wanted to take this off, you could reach that tab and pull the wheels off. Now it's a little difficult to show this, so I'll try to do the best I can here because it's hard. Because these are so big and, you know, they take up so much space, it's hard to get a good shot, a close enough shot where you can actually make out these details and stuff like that. So first off, here's some pros and cons to both of them. I like how on the original one, the plastic is more shiny, and you can actually make out some of the details on top. They're a lot sharper than this one. This one, they're a little softer. And because they're not shiny, you know, you just don't see it as well. I kind of like the original sticker for the eye on the original one. However, this still looks really cool, you know. Like, this is bigger, and that one's just kind of makes it look like he's even angrier, I guess. The teeth are a lot nicer, like I said earlier, on this new one. I like how they have, like, the, you know, like shark teeth. They're, what do you call it, maybe serrated, where you have, like, all the different sharp like points all over them. This one, they're just kind of a flat plastic, you know, and it just looks kind of like rubber. This one, even the points on them are a little pointier, although they're not pointy enough so that they would actually hurt your finger. You know, like one thing, this one is has like a more sharp of an angle for the head, and yeah, this one is just a little more, I guess, boxy. But both of them look cool. I kind of like that the new one is bigger. If you look at the wheels in the back here, you pretty much have all the same details. They're just shinier and a little sharper on the original one. And mine's more dusty. The original one's a little dustier. But, yeah, like, I don't know. It looks good. It's a very cool mix here. If you look at the stickers on the back, even the stickers match up pretty well. Again, though, this, I don't know if that's the engine. I guess that would be the engine. If you look in here, you could actually see that there's a... If you look through the holes on this engine part here, you can actually see a fan sculpted in the purple inside of there. Because this one is just a big gray block, you don't have the extra detail, the fan inside of it. But the stickers are nice and clean. They look good. I will say that. On this side, they actually... originally, they had a different gun. So it's kind of a bummer that on the new one, they just mirrored the same gun from the other side and used it twice. So I guess if anything, it kind of keeps the gun more consistent, I guess. I don't know. That's the only nice way you could put it. I kind of think it's a little lazy. I think, you know, they could have given you this extra different kind of gun. Even if they converted this gun and gave it like the shark head on the front or something like that, I think they should have given you 2 different kind of guns. I think that would have been neater. And, but yeah, I always like how it has like the gills on the side too. That's cool. That's just a nice little shark detail. All right, if you look at the console here, even the sticker is a lot in... let's see here. Well, the original sticker actually has more detail on it because if you look at like the radar here, it's painted where you have the circle in the middle. Of course, you have these little extra things on top of here because it's bigger. They had to fill up that space. But even like the tube down there, that little metal tube, on this one it looks more cartoony. And on the original one, it looks like it's actually painted and actually is casting some kind of like fake 3D look. So I would say that the stickers on this one look more 3D. I guess I guess the stickers on the old one, even on the back here, they look a lot more 3D than the new one. So I think the old stickers were better. If you look at the inside here, the seat is just set up the same way. Now, one of the details that I think is missing from the brand new one, the old one had, was that there is no button in the new one for you to manually, there we go, open up the mouth. There's only one. So, you know, that kind of stinks. Because it was cool. It would be cool, you know, if you have your guys just sitting here and you have oh, He-Man again. If you just had your guy in there, or like a leg, and you're just going instead of having to drive it all around. The inside of the new Landshark's mouth, though, is way better. I mean, look at that. You have a very nice looking roof of the mouth here. It looks like the roof of a shark mouth, but it also looks like it's made out of metal, so that's awesome. And on the bottom, you just have a lot more detail. I think the new Landshark is pretty cool with that kind of stuff. I mean, it does a very good job of capturing the original's qualities, but it's just different. If you look at the bottom of these guys, both of them pretty much have the same exact kind of details. Like this whole, you know, metal plate that goes around the whole bottom is shaped almost exactly like the original one. You know, I think one of the cooler things about the new one is that these wheels up here, you know, I think they look better than this one, you know. But how often are you going to turn this thing upside down and just stare at it? I don't know. Oh, it's like a daddy shark next to his little baby shark. So, in my honest opinion, I do kind of like this. I don't know. I don't know which I like better. I like both of them. This one's really cool because it's bigger. You know, sometimes bigger is better. And it makes this one look a little smaller. But there are some things about this, like the color of the guns and the stickers aren't as nice as this one. But this one also has the extra detail inside the mouth, which really look awesome and really pop. This one, you know, when you open it up and look in there, it just looks like a toy. But this one has the button to open up the mouth from the other side. So which is better? I don't know. I can't make up my mind. Both of them are really cool, and I will definitely have both of them on my shelf. Another thing too is if you want to get the mouth to work right on the old one, you kind of have to push it down. Like you can't just take it normally. It won't do it. You have to push down to get it to work. And it's not the most responsive, but on this new one, you just drive it around and man, does it just do it like nothing. So, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. Are you going to pick this up? Have you already gotten it? Do you think it's awesome? Do the flaws of this thing make you not want to pick it up? Do you not care about the flaws? Personally, I don't care about the flaws. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm going to try to get as many of the Masters of the Universe Origins figures that I can. Despite the flaws, I like this thing, and you know, I'm glad I picked it up. I still think it's pretty cool, and I'm glad that it's bigger than the other one. It's, you know, at least it like sets it apart, and it's not just like a reissue of the same exact thing that we've had for, geez, since 1985, right? So, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. I have some other Masters of the Universe Origins reviews up, and I have a ton of Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, and Thundercats stuff too, so check it out. Talk to you later.